speak on it. They did try, a few of the ladies played on me like being a mean girl or insecure or aggressive. Girl, like, what am I insecure about? He chose me. The same person that sent y'all home, you know, that played a part in sending y'all home. Why would I be insecure or aggressive or a mean girl to you? I had no reason to. Now, the thing is, people overstep boundaries. People play, you know, they play these little games. And they play these mind games. And they play on people's top. And I've shared this with Joel. They couldn't play on my top, so they played with him. Because he's, you know, he's a little more friendlier. He's a little more open. He's a little more, you know, I guess a little more vulnerable than I was when it came to people just can't play with me any kind of way. Not bad. Don't claim to be not fighting unless you put your hands on me and I'll defend myself. But I will let you know where you got me wrong at, you know, and you can't just play games with me. And that goes for him as well. So I was not delusional. I was not liking Joel more than Joel liked me. I was reciprocating energy that was definitely given to me the entire season of filming. I'm watching the show just like you guys watching the show. Even hearing about the Kyra situation, that was my real reaction, because up until that point, I never heard Joel say he was interested in Kyra, not to me. You know, so yeah, I was like very surprised, very shocked, a little hurt, because I'm like, where did this even come from? That was never communicated with me. The clingy part. Never heard I was clingy. Never said I was moving too fast. The whole time we was filming, the whole time of the season that we were going through the process. So I'm going to ask a question. If you feel like somebody's moving too fast or they are, you know, kind of, you know, too clingy, you going to bag back. My thing is with him, he never bagged back. He never communicated. That was my first time hearing any of that when I watched it on the show. Besides, after the filming stopped and me and Joel began to have a very, very rocky relationship. And we sat down at dinner one day, and then that was like 3 weeks, 4 weeks after filming. He says, yeah, B, I do kind of think we moving too fast after filming. And then I reciprocated that energy and I backed back and allowed him to, you know, pursue how he chose to pursue. And he still chose to pursue the situation, but he did slow down, so I slowed down. Y'all gotta be crazy to think that I will be all into a man that is not into me. No guy ever dated would even attest to that. I'm definitely not clingy. I ain't never been desperate. Never been desperate. I was reading something. I'm sorry, y'all. I reciprocate energy. I'm going to tell you what I think it was. Joel knew that if he would have expressed that to me, if that is how he felt, I would have backed back. And he would have probably went home. I would have went home. But I didn't care about going home. It wasn't a game to me to stay to the end. It wasn't a game to me to stay on the show. It was literally, I went around people that I thought had like-minded, like me, like wanted to be in a relationship, wanted to be loved, and we were going towards the same thing. That's the reason I went there, because I thought that I would be surrounded by like-minded men. And unfortunately, I was not. You know, so from day one, we had a connection, you know, like, and it amazes me how women watch this, or even the ones that were sent home, or hear about it, or see it, and then you side with a man that basically led a woman on. Not talk. I don't read minds and I don't kiss ass. I tell everybody that I'm big, I'm huge, I'm an over communicator. I'm an Aquarius, so I'm an overthinker. So my mind always goes. And I don't know how to carry all this, so it comes out. If I feel a certain type of way, I'ma say it. If I'm thinking something, it can be wrong. And I'm quick to apologize though. If I'm thinking wrong or, I'm saying something and it's not right because I'm overthinking it, I apologize. People just don't do that. It's a conversation and an apology will fix a whole bunch of BS. But people ain't grown enough for that. It's always drama attached to something, or people just don't know how to communicate properly or don't want to. But I'm grown. Can't nobody make me feel no type of way about nothing I did, nothing I said, how I moved. I'm grown. And if I ever do it again, I'll do it the same way. I don't take nothing back. I love the experience. It was one of the best experiences of my life. I'm able to see me outside of me out on a TV screen. And a lot of y'all don't get to see that. That's a once in a lifetime thing to even be able to do and to see how I date. And so what it's taught me is my way of dating. I'm going to keep dating multiple. I'm not dating one man and giving my all and putting all my all into this thing because he telling me and he's showing me this, but he telling other people certain things and he moving a different type of way. So until we completely locked in, whoever trying to date me, just know I'm dating multiple until you lock it down. And you can go date whoever you want to date. I'm not jealous. I do not care. You will be mad before I be mad. That's the only reason I'm mad, because if we was doing it like that, I used to ask Joey, okay, so we dating other people? Shit, let me get back and, call up my booze. Let me text back. I'm ignoring people and shit. If that's how we moving, let's move. Don't be leading me on, making me thinking it's something it's not. I ain't jealous and I ain't insecure about shit. Everywhere I go, baby, listen, I turn heads. And somebody trying to holler or, I ain't got no problem with getting no dude.
Hi, you guys. So I just wanted to come and touch on Verneashia's live, because I know I was talking about, the whole situation between her and Joel yesterday. Because personally, I just found it the most interesting of the reunion. I think some of, everything else is pretty predictable. I didn't really expect Liz and David to say too much. But, it wasn't so much Verneashia and Joel, because like I said, you can kind of look at his body language and tell that he wasn't on the same page with her. And just the stuff that we were hearing him say, because watching her live, she's saying that a lot of this stuff that we were hearing, she did not know that until she watched the show herself. And she's also touching on some of the other ladies on the show, pegging her a mean girl. And like I was saying in that other live, you can kind of tell that there's cliques, like there are people who are a little closer to other people on the show. And hence some of them were already friends anyway, because before they even got there, and they're probably the reason that one or the other is there. And so there's little cliques, right? Because even when you see these events on their Instagram pages, you never see what's his name, Christian there. You rarely, I think I've seen Khalil maybe once. You don't see Ida. But there's like this core little group of people that you kind of see together, and so that means that they're kind of more clicked up together than the other ones. Not to say that they don't like them, but clearly there is some type of tension between Verneashia and some of these other women. And as she is saying that in her live, the live is about 30 minutes. I'll give you guys her YouTube page to go and look at it, because this was on Instagram. And then she said that she was going to move it. And then she went live too. She went live before the reunion. And I saw the live on her page, but I was working on something else and I didn't get a chance to save it. And then she deleted the live. And so I don't really know what all she was saying actually before the reunion, because it sounds as if they didn't really know what was going to get edited out and what was going to play during the reunion. And it also sounds like there was like the argument, some type of argument that went a little longer than what we got to see between Stacey and Verneashia. So that really didn't play out for us, exactly the exchange between them. And I think they both have pretty much said that in their lives. And then Tressa, she went live as well, I believe the same night. And I just caught that as well. And Joel was there, and Ron. Ron didn't say anything, but Joel is saying that he has his side and he's going to explain it during his interviews. To me, like she said, we're all grown. We as adults and as people who have experienced relationships and dealing with men and women, a man dealing with a woman and a woman dealing with a man, you kind of know already what we're watching. Like, he took advantage of that situation with Verneashia. He wasn't honest about what he wanted from that show and what he wanted from her. I don't think he went to this show looking for a relationship. And I do agree with Verneashia. When you look at this show and the way it's set up, they're bringing in people's family members and friends, and they're taking you through all these different steps and, making it sound as if they're trying to assist you in helping you build, communication to go forward in this relationship, right? This is the way they set the show up, but then half the people on there are never there for that reason. And so I think that has a lot to do with it as well. And maybe they need to change the format of the show. Because I think last season I was saying maybe they need new casting. They need to hire some new casting people. But if you're going to keep letting people on the show who really don't have good intentions, then we're going to keep getting these outcomes. And then maybe the producers think this is the drama. The fact that they keep letting these guys come on there who don't really want a relationship. They just want to make it to the end of the show, get the interviews, mingle, meet people, kind of put themselves out there. And I kind of think that's what Joel was looking for with this show this season. And I don't expect a whole lot from these interviews. I think he's going to give us a bunch of excuses. I don't know. What do you guys think about all of this in the comments? And she confirmed that they did, in fact, have relations. And it also sounded like she was saying that maybe AJ and Alexis as well. And then she said somebody on there may have had relations with more than one person. So I have no clue what she means by that. Sound like it's a lot going on that has absolutely nothing to do with the way that show is set up. And so it's that part for me. I think that's a little disrespectful for him to sleep with her, though, to knowing how she was. He definitely should not have went that far with her, knowing that he didn't want the same things that she wanted. And that's just my opinion. Like she said, they both grown. If they wanted to do that, that's just what it was. And she's right. But that's not a good look to me. And that's just my opinion. Everybody's different. Let me know what you guys thought about what she had to say in her live. I'll put her Instagram, her YouTube page in the description so you can watch her entire live. It's about 30 minutes. And Tressa's interviewing with the old ladies panel today on Bondi Blues channel if you want to catch that. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Get the gas moving. Get the gas moving. Get the gas. Get the gas. Get the gas moving.